cafeteria is abuzz with Tensor University students and faculty. To many, it's just another day of school. The warmth from the kitchen carries with it the smell of breakfast, fresh baked goods, ham, bacon, eggs, oatmeal, coffee, and more. The warm comfort is broken, though, every few minutes as someone steps into the cafeteria, inevitably bringing the crisp winter air with them from outdoors. Here, hidden in plain sight amongst the students and staff, sit our heroes, joined now by an old friend, Sterling Sam. Here amongst the humdrum routine of normal daily life, the sting of reality is particularly stark. The days of being ignorant to the greater dangers of the world long gone, ahead now are many forking paths to an uncertain future. But there's too much at risk now to turn a blind eye. An ancient evil that threatens everyone and everything looms just out of sight. One thing our heroes do know, it's going to be an uphill climb, but a climb that must be made. Here at their table, our heroes try to enjoy some of that normal daily life. It's moments like this that make everything worthwhile. Their bonds offer a shield against despair. Together, united, there is a sort of comfort and stability. Standing back to back and supporting one another, side by side, there's almost nothing they can't accomplish. The road that led to this dining hall has been long and winding. The road ahead is still unknown. But tonight, on the 100th episode of Stormfall, together, we take the next step on this beautiful, epic journey. And now we can get started. Whew. All right. Hi, Dritstar. So, I believe that Mort and Caleb were the ones that recognized Sterling Sam.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm. In her disguise, she looks just like another Tensor University cadet or whatever. Emil, I can't recall. Actually, I can't recall if you were with. Oh no, where do you feel you would be? Jeez, I don't even remember the latter half of last episode. Everyone this following morning, after getting some rest, found themselves in the cafeteria. Does that sound like a place you might be?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, neat.
Yeah, I think that he had just told us about the information being leaked when Sterling Sam showed up.
Yes. Unless you don't want to do that, Emil. That was sort of me jumping in, so my bad. If you didn't want to do that. All right, Sterling Sam. Just, right, you can offer me a seat and kind of, lets down part of her illusion so you can see the two of you recognize her.
Mortal shuffle over one and flicks.
She sits down and scoots over, boom, boom, kind of a little bit. Thank you.
Sterling Sam, welcome.
It's good to see you.
Sorry.
Just call me Lucille for today.
Lucille, got it.
Thank you. Name's Lucille. It's a pleasure to meet everyone.
So, Lucille, how have things been going for you?
Oh, nice. Well, fairly busy. Classes and such, and teachers and this. So, she kind of, says that a little louder and then kind of leans in. Well, there's quite a bit of news. A little bit of information for y'all. Here's maybe not the best place to talk about it. I just wanted to get your attention. See if maybe there's a quieter place where we could talk.
Where are we again, Dan?
You're in the cafeteria at Tensor University in the city of Metz.
Okay.
Super ritzy, fancy city.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I mean, we have rooms.
That'll do.
Okay.
After breakfast, though. Yeah.
Oh, sure,
Eyeing
sure.
the food, like. Wonderful. All right. So
How does she look, Dan? Does she look okay? Does she look any different other than like her disguise?
I mean, she looks. I mean, in her disguise, she looks very, very different. You would never have suspected if she hadn't let some of that down. But she looks, as far as she's not shaken or anything like that, or like anything that you think you'd have to worry about.
Ah.
Hey, oh, Sam.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just seeing if she looked in, if there was like, you know. Okay, that's good.
Okay. Oh, that's quite a selection here. She's,
Please have what you're hungry for.
Don't mind if I do. Thank you. She starts digging in, and let's see, Blueberry. I feel like Blueberry would might snarl a little bit, like, "Who's this?"
Yeah.
Actually, I should probably roll for Blueberry because Blueberry would have advantage maybe with the scent. Scent's kind of hard to. Sorry, Blueberry. Nope. Who's this?
We need to outlaw Dan rolling for players.
Kaylin will and like will kind of push some sausages towards Blueberry to appease him.
Eating the sausages
kind
down
of,
here, watching.
Kind of pat Blueberry on the head reassuringly.
Awesome. Excuse me. All right. Breakfast goes by just fine, unless you all have anything you want to, role play out or anything. It is a morning.
But Ben, stop. Devanya is just sitting there, kind of eyeing her, and she's carving another figure.
Okay, nice.
Erinwin is eating just like as fiercely as Blueberry is, like animalistic almost, just.
Nice.
Yeah, Mort's not
Oh
having a
yeah,
lot.
Erinwin just woke up, right?
Yeah.
Basically,
like,
yeah.
This morning.
She was asleep for, an entire session.
Yeah.
That's
You're
right.
awake now.
Sorry.
Suddenly a soap opera where Erwin's in a coma for 6 months.
Yes.
Boop.
What did I miss?
That's so amazing. All right. Breakfast finishes then. Sorry, did anyone have anything you want to role play out? No? Okay. I assume you're heading back to the room, or do you have something else you'd like to do?
We're done. Kaylin will start kind of being, well, we can, I guess. Wait a minute. Has she gotten anything out into her room or anything? No, we're good. Okay. So Kaylin will be like, yeah, we can, we'll just go into my room. That's fine.
Okay. I think, let's roll for Galithor. Galithor might lean over to Mort. And who is this?
Okay, I'll let Galithor know discreetly that this is I won't say her name just yet, not in open public. So I will just say this is an agent. It's Lucille, and she's an agent who comes by information for us from time to time. She can be trusted.
Oh, very well. Thank you, Mortimer. All right, everyone piles out and stuffs into Kaylin's room.
Kaylin will close the door.
Oh, she's gonna. Might I use your changing room for a moment.
Oh, there's a changing room? Sure, go.
Yeah, it's like a one of those foldy things. Foldy things.
I was wondering what that was for.
Nice. A privacy panel. So she hangs some clothes up and changes out and comes back around. Much more Sterling Sam. Not entirely her normal outfit, but still a lot of the darker leathers, and her hair's her normal hair. The illusions dropped, the prosthetics are off. Just some of the clothing is left over.
Dan, how big is the room?
These are you were given pretty sizable rooms, so it's sort of like a suite at a hotel where there's actually like a couple of rooms in it. You step in, there's sort of a little
No idea.
tiny kitchenette, but a larger like living area, and then beds in a different room off to the side.
Just out of character for a second, because I've had an amusing thought. We have like 3 arcane casters here. When she went behind the privacy panel, we could have all illusioned ourselves to look like Lucille. And she could have come out as Sterling Sam. We would have all been Lucille's. It would have been fantastic.
Nice.
Noted for next time.
Oh.
Except I can't do that. I don't think I have alter self anymore.
Oh no.
Oh, I have minor illusions. Like, we could have done terrible Lucille's, but it would have
That would have been great.
So while she's changing, I can ritually cast Tiny Hut. I'm just considering what Emil has told us. I just want to maybe take all precautions of keeping information away from prying eyes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, Dan, he's playing with dice over there. I'm trying to think if Devanya would have ever met her before or heard of her at all, because there's a lot of travel and stuff involved with my new character.
Roll a percentile dice. It'd be a low percentile, but let's leave it up to chance. If you get 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 on it, then like a 0, 5, 0, 4, 0, 3, and so on.
2, 1.
Where's my dice, dude?
I gotta get my dice.
Okay. You said a percentile?
Please.
Which dice is that one?
They will look like they'll have double zeros and 10, 20, 30,
okay,
40.
I wanted to make sure I picked up the right one.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
another D10.
And you roll 2 of them, so if it's like 0 and then 1, it'll be 1. Or the first one's the 10s, the second one is the 1s place.
I got a 30.
Okay. No, you haven't. She is really secretive, and just you haven't encountered her yet.
What are we doing here?
She'll come around. I see new friends. That's wonderful.
Yes, Devanya, this is Sterling Sam. She's been very helpful to us before on several occasions. She is completely trusted by us.
'Tis a pleasure.
Sam, this is Devanya.
She
Hi.
does like a bow to you. Hello.
I'm not gonna bow, but I'm just gonna nod and be like, So, what are we here for? Or at least, what are they here for?
Oh, I'm here to share some information, as I want to do. You all certainly haven't forgotten the debt that I owe you, and I've come across some rather interesting information that I think pertains to matters at hand.
That's excellent, because we have some pretty amazing information. Mortimer and Aaron have come up with something that is quite valuable.
Is that so?
Pizza.
Well, she takes out a little notebook and pencil.
It's
Please
a
share.
recipe.
Oh. What kind of recipe?
Delicious.
All right. I'm
You
interested.
You can eat it anytime, hot or cold, with anything on it.
Oh, sounds too good to be true.
It isn't! And I'll tell her the recipe.
Nice. She'll jot it down. Well, we'll have to do a little quality check on that, yeah?
You can oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely we'll be making some pizza later.
We've tested it. It tastes pretty. It tastes good.
She'll look over the kitchenette. Do you have any of the goods here?
I didn't even realize my room had a kitchen. So
Oh, it's. They hide them behind this sliding door. They're difficult to see.
I see that now.
Looks like a closet till you open it.
Yeah, I've been a little distracted. So yeah. But no, so none right now. But we can make some for you later.
Oh, I would love that. Well, as she's saying this, Emil, she's gonna use a thieves' cant. Ooh, Galathor's there, and he knows thieves' cant. But she's pretty crafty, so she's going to say she has information specific to you and ask if it's okay, if you want it handled privately or not.
I think everybody knows at this point, don't they? I know my head's a little bit out of it, but I think everybody knows at this point.
I think, except
for
Devanya.
possibly Devanya.
I'm pretty sure everyone else saw, outside of the keep.
Yeah, like we saw you turn into the bats, but have you specifically stated to the party that
I think he did right afterwards.
I think he did, yeah.
Okay.
So would I guess I would?
You probably wouldn't, because you weren't. This was at the keep.
Or not. Oh, okay.
M knew, I don't think Devanya
M knows, but not Devanya.
We can speak.
I know, right?
Speak openly.
Let's try not to. I'll try not to metagame.
Nice.
It's not even metagaming, because you were that character.
Nice. Very well then. Well, let's start with that, as that's probably the most time-sensitive information needed. So, Emil, I've put out feelers for information regarding your condition, and I've seen to it that all that information passes my desk, and, well, I've found a couple of options for you. There is a way to be rid of your affliction.
Completely.
Entirely, yes. It would require... she roughly describes a character of level 13 or higher. In whatever game rules, yeah.
Is she still speaking in Thieves' Cant, or is she speaking
just common now?
Okay, I'm gonna side-eye Emil.
Ooh. And you're looking for a cleric of that level, or a paladin of that level that can use the remove curse spell. They'll be strong enough to remove it entirely.
I guess Rain might be, but I don't think Galathor is.
Galathor, I think it might be on the road, or maybe
no, because we are level 13 right now,
he's
multi-classed.
Yeah, sorry, I just didn't know if
peaceful.
he was going to say anything. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not quite there yet in my studies. So soon, I hope. And Sterling, Sam will continue. Well, if you don't have the means right now, there's also another process, more of a cleansing, that gets rid of some of the more negative effects, as well as some of the strengths you get. However, that's permanent. It leaves you sort of half vampire, half human.
Devania's eyes are going to get really, really big. And she keeps staring at Emil.
I assume that in some level that would pause my transformation roughly where I am now.
Aye. From what I understand, oh my gosh, I didn't put that in these notes, whatever. From what I understand, a lot of the urges that come along with that are nullified. You can enter people's abodes without requiring permission. But some of the strengths that come along with that are lost as well. Some of the abilities. It's a little bit different for the few that have gone through this process. It seems to be rather old. This used to be used a very long time ago for vampire hunters that required some of the same strengths to combat these vampires, but didn't want to live that life and become that which they hunted. I can give you more information. Oh, please, go ahead.
That's pretty understandable given my recent run-in with Rexland.
Right.
Who seems to be actively seeking me out, and I'm quite certain it's about turning me into a vampire and taking me out of this half state, which is definitely a cause for concern. Right. That said, I mean, I've been working with Winifred Delka, and I still have hope in me that the vampiric but not vampire powers that I have can be put to good, and I wonder, with her having invested so much time and effort in my training, if taking those options would make me a disappointment to her.
Right.
This is something I need to think about for sure.
Certainly. I'm sure there's no rush on any of this. It can be done at any time with those.
Well, I'm assuming it can be done at any time unless I am turned completely.
Right.
Then the solutions involve more kind of holes in my body.
Right. Sadly, that's true. And you have my... Oof. She doesn't want to say condolences, but, you have my sympathies for your situation. I'm glad Winifred's taken a liking to you. She's a good person. Done a lot of good in this world.
She does seem to be a good person.
Speaking of Rexland... indeed, he's got pulling strings everywhere, even here at the university. While I think it's safe for you all to stay, I'd keep on the hush about whatever your plans are next, except for with those you really, really trust.
Did you know he has a lich working with him?
I have some.
I do not.
No. The Baron guy. Him.
Oh. Sorry.
Well, there's some recent information saying so.
She'll kind of like pet Emil's head, like it's okay. I should have been more clear. Sorry, I'm still waking up.
Right, a recently revived.
Just so you know, Ed's ready to go whenever is a good time.
Let's pull him right in here. Let's make it happen. That's
It's here for a good time, not a long
Everybody.
time.
Nice.
Ritual of summon Ed.
We shall summon him.
Everybody join hands.
Nice. It's super multi-class. Yeah, he really is. Where do the hands go? Which way? Let me double check. I think I. Oh, it says he's animating. I wonder if it's doing that. Oh no, there it is. Yay!
Hey.
Hey! Here we are. Let's swap a Rooski this over to our 6-player view and see if things fall. Yeah, they do. Oops, sorry, Ed. If you want to change your name, sorry, or I can change it. Hang on a sec.
Change your name.
People gonna see it. All right, let's see. Galathor. Oh, that eye is so cool. All right. Boop. Galathor. All right. Right. Yes. There has been some information about a recently revived lich, and I love your billowing cape. That's incredible. Oh, quite a sight. Yes.
They're really easy to enchant too.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Great for when you need to stand out or be dramatic. I love it. Listen, part of the news that I bring is regarding that newly revived lich. There's whispers that it might be someone you know. One of your old traveling companions.
You know?
Oh. Well, that makes this much easier. All right. Wasn't sure how to bring that up.
It's Mina, isn't it?
Oh.
No, we know. We know it's Ormia.
All right. Has she made contact?
We
Yeah.
ran into her.
She nearly blew up Caitlin.
No.
Excursion.
So is she just mad, or is she upset? Like mad or mad woo? Has she lost her mind in the transition?
I don't know if anybody could really speak about what's in her mind right now, but I think it's not good. Is Nala still at the keep?
She's coming along by leaps and bounds with her training. Mm-hmm.
You might want to give her a heads up because Felix had some interactions with Ormia, and if Ormia is out for revenge,
Which she is.
Oh.
So we gave Felix a heads up. We haven't heard much back from him, but I mean, we confirmed that he's okay and everything like that. But it might be better to have Nala on the same page, so
Indeed.
doesn't let anybody in the keep or anything like that.
Right. I don't think much of anyone will get across the grounds. Well, I'm sure there are ways, but my greater concern is Nala traveling from there to Zambora. Being on the road with a lich out for you, that's a dangerous walk, to say the least. So thank you. I appreciate that. Well, the good news doesn't end there. So here's...
That was good news?
Right.
May I ask how you found out about Ormia?
She thinks for a minute about what she can reveal about sources. I have, as you know, a very thorough, extensive network of information and spies and such. There's a continent quite far away in another part of the world that recently run across some of that information. I can't give sources, of course, you understand.
Sure.
But it was not confirmed. But it is now, so thanks to all you. Well, the Baron definitely has someone in the mix here at Tenter University, so be wary. There are 2 other people you need to be, that I have information on, that are connected to this. These 2 people are both above the Baron in this hierarchy. The first, I don't have an actual name yet, a true name, but they go by Ragkari, which is Rykari. Now, as far as I can tell, Rykari's actually the Baron's master. But there's another that goes only by a title, Darenus. And that is spelled Daeroness. Anyone that has a sage background can roll a history check with advantage.
I will do that.
And anyone that's proficient in history can roll a history check, a straight up history check.
All right. I'm on that.
Oof.
Emil will sit there looking dumb.
Oh.
So, all right. History. Oh, go ahead, Sam.
If they're connected to Tensor University, can I argue for a history check, probably at disadvantage?
This is not.
No? Okay. All right.
That's a 23 total for Kaylin.
Oh, jeez, nice.
My history check was 23 total.
Okay.
10 plus 13. 13 plus 10, I should say.
All right. Let me.
You have a plus 10?
Yes. I'm very, very smart.
That's awesome. All right, and oops, I fixed names. Sorry, Aaron, when you rolled, did you roll? You have history. Okay, gotcha. It was just for that.
I was just asking because of the time she was in Tensor.
Gotcha.
It's like, would this have been something I overheard? But if they're not connected to that, then no.
Here's the thing I was looking for. Oh. Okay, Google's like, oh, you want to click on this link? Fool.
It's what you're about.
Yeah.
So, Sam, does this mean that Rexland's... the Master of Rexland has been basically... This is how he's escaped from Wynn's influences, by acquiring a new vampiric master in Rykari?
Sorry, I missed that. If that was for Sam, because I'm totally blowing multitasking. Give me a super quick sec. Sorry.
Common names definitely aren't confusing at all. What are you talking about?
I don't understand why this is not... And there we go. Thank goodness. Jeez. The regular site that I had this thing bookmarked on was like, sorry, can't find the site. It's down. All right. Clickety clack. Here we go. Thank goodness. Dan said, but then went to the wrong page. Whatever. Okay. I'm sorry. You were saying, Emil?
Sorry, I guess you had mentioned that Rykari is above Baron Rexland in
Indeed.
the hierarchy. Does this mean that perhaps Rakari has replaced or superseded Winifred Delka as Rexland's vampiric master?
It could be. It seems... It seems that there are many undead in service of this... I'm trying to think of what she knows from talking to all of you. Oh, you're all aware, of course, of the evil creature that's behind all of this, yes? The Demi-Lich?
The one that tried to tear up our runekeeper back there.
Right.
I don't know who they are, but they gotta die again.
Well, if it is in fact Yithaz, as scholars here seem to believe, and I can't remember if you all mentioned that to her. Oh, thank you so much for all the subs, Anonymous. Woo, and that gave us 25 emotes too. That's amazing. Thank you. Oh. Thank you so much. Yithaz uses many undead in his service. So it's entirely possible it's another vampire. But it's my understanding that with vampires, you're set for life once you're made, unless that vampire's been destroyed or otherwise killed. Only then can you seek out a new master. You have to become stronger than your previous master, kill them, and go from there.
All right. Thanks. Sorry for the interruption.
No, not an interruption at all. It's important information to have. Oh, well. Again, it's my understanding here that Rakari is the Baron's new master. I don't think there's anyone else between Rakari and Yithaz, though. I think it's Yithaz, Rakari, and this Darenis. With the Baron, and she starts etching out on a piece of paper. She has like the little family tree of this thing. And Rakari down to the Baron. The Darenis seems to be her own thing. I don't know. Now, Darenis, so Kaelin and Mort, you both recognize Darenis as a title, of course, as Sterling Sam said, but it's an old Thayan title. Of course, Thay brings you back around to the Red Wizards of Thay, which Yithaz, while mortal, was one of the founders.
I'm gonna go outside the room and just stand next to the doorway and still kind of listen in.
Gotcha.
But make sure that there's nobody coming up and down the hallway.
Make you can do either perception or investigation because you're sort of on watch, whichever one you want to do.
$26.
Ooh, nice. Are you keeping
Perception.
Oh, okay, nice. You are eagle-eyed out there. You're just paying, anytime you see someone, you're like, they just gotta, walk a different way. You're keeping really good guard. No one seems to be coming down near you or the room. Now, the fact that this, oops, let me pull my notes back up. Darenis is belongs to the Red Wizards today, is of course a bit concerning in its own right. It just seems to confirm all the further that Yithaz Buvar is behind this. What exactly the end game is, I don't know. But I do know that Raikari is currently up on the continent of Tegradoth. And they're looking to unite what remains of the Dragonborn tribes up there. Again, to what end, I don't know yet. I was hoping that... I don't know what you all have as far as plans. Or if you're looking to fight this sort of thing right now or find out more about it. If you find the time and you're looking for a direction to go in, Tegradoth would be where I'd send you. The Daroness is supposed to be joining him in soon, but I don't know when she's going to join them exactly, or what Raikari's doing up there with the Dragonborn. Anyone? Actually, you can all roll history checks, but if you have proficiency in history, you can have advantage, or if you have a sage background, you can have advantage.
That's a 22 for Kaylin.
20 for Mort.
Okay.
5!
Nice. You're thinking about pizza toppings.
No, she's more disturbed that it's like she's thinking about the Dragonborn and because I don't think she's ever run across a Dragonborn before. So, but she's like kind of disturbed, like what, like why my people, even though they're kind of technically not.
Nice.
So,
Awesome. All right.
so she's actually sitting there, kind of looking really concerned and really disturbed at what Sam is saying.
Okay. Ooh, I got a 17 for Galathor. I don't actually know what his thing is because I'd have to pull up a bunch of windows, but we'll go there. Emil? If you wanted to roll for it.
Emil rolled in the tower.
Oh, yes! Yeah.
I knew that would make you happy.
Yes, it does. It makes me so happy. Ooh, nice. Okay. Of course, I give it away, I suppose, with every action, but still. So, let's roll for Blueberry while this is... Oh, sorry, Blueberry. No.
Everyone's just holding Blueberry, like, concerned and just, like, doing the scritches on his stomach. So Blueberry's just...
Devanya, you can roll as well if you want a history check since you're listening in, just as she mentions Tegradoth.
That's where we went through to get to the Feywild, right?
Let me open up a map. Make it...
17.
Right, it was that icy place.
That was east of Tegradoth, but yes, it's up there. Let me see if I can share this out. What, 17, Devanya? So, so many 17s. I'm shaking my head because that's what I rolled for Ed. That's what, Emil got, even though it was in the tower, I'll still tell you, because it was 17. It's our accursed number 17 is back. Alright, so I'm going to try and share out, okay, here. So, on this map up in the northern part, there's Tegradoth and the Vethril Expanse. Now, you all, during your travels, got bamfed, I think it was just east of Quigwen, just outside of Quigwen, and which is like a town of pariahs that a very long time ago were booted out of Tegradoth. They went across that little ice thing there. It's called the Abyssal Shelf. And they formed this town out here because Tegradoth has both metallic and... Chromatic. Thank you. Chromatic dragons. Clans. That's where most of them reside here in this area. So, everyone that had just a 13 or higher in their history check, because this was a big event.
I think everyone but Blueberry and Aaron.
Right. Nice. Who's a good puppy? The background.
Stress scritches.
Nice. You all know about what this charred business on the map is about. It's known as the day death walked among us. and it was about 154 years ago. It was actually at the tail end of that initial campaign. This is just some of the aftermath of that. You know that everything in the oceans in that area died. Fish, all life just bobbed up to the surface. Everything was sapped of life. It hit the northern tip of Calais, Winya and Dor, and the whole southern portion of Tegradoth. It started in that island. It's in bits and pieces there. And most of the coastline of Tegradoth was decimated as well. Since then, I'd say anyone with a 15 or higher would know that a lot of the clans of Tegradoth were wiped out. And then the rest of them that were safe, that were further north, went into like a warring state. The clans, a lot less as far as, what do you call it? Things you need, provisions and such, to sustain life. And so there was a lot of warring going on in Tegradoth. And over the past century and a half, of course, that's died down. But there's the clans are still few and far between, especially compared to how they were before. And they are very territorial. There are regular sort of incursions to gain land, to extend their each clan's reach, but they've reverted more to that tribal aspect, where they are not celebrating culture as much as they are trying to A, stay alive, and B, gain more lands to have more goods to secure, food, water, and all that. So Tegradoth is the nasty place where what's their name is going. I'll just leave that map up for a little bit. I'll make sure Sterling Sam has covered that. Let's see. Yep. Raikari's apparently trying to unite these Dragonborn tribes. Right. So there's only one working port there. Thunder Bay Wharf, which is the little text on the eastern part of Tegradoth at the bottom there. Just narrowly escaped. If you're looking to sail up there, there isn't much else there in the way of magical destinations or anything. If you've been there before, then perhaps you could teleport or something, but otherwise you're looking to sail. That.
So, not that I'm not grateful for the information, Sam, but why? What ties this to us? Is it just the Baron?
Well, it's a bit concerning, but I've been plucking little bits from the information I've gathered about this Demi-Lich, trying to figure out whatever their plans are for us, the world, whatever. But there's always a common thread, whether through the Baron or something else. And that common thread is you lot. I don't know what you've done, or if you've interacted with this Demi-Lich or something, but there's a number of things that seem to circle around a lot of you in a not so good way.
Now, Sam knows about the runic brands, though, right?
Yes, yep.
So Sam should know where we've at least crossed paths with the Athas.
Okay. Maybe it's holding a grudge. But, as always, this is just information. No pressure from me. Take it or leave it. I just wanted to do my part and make sure that you were aware that this thing's got it out for you. That there's a lot of threads in this, and I can't quite see the bigger picture yet, but it's got you in its sights.
What kind of devastation are we looking at if they get these clans back together? Or the tribes, I mean.
It's tough to say, Kaven. What on earth they could gain from uniting these clans, I don't know. They're tough, and they can survive in very cold climates. I don't know what benefit that would be. There's trained armies that and these other nations that would likely be able to fend these creatures off. But it concerns me that this Raikari's searching the whole continent to group these together. I don't know if there's some information he's looking for, or what, but Yuthaz has got Raikari out there for a reason.
Gotcha.
And with the Darwinists heading out there, or so I've heard, there's something no good up there. But again, please take it or leave it. This is just my lot in life, as I've chosen to find the information, pass it along.
And we appreciate the information, Sam. We always do.
Good. I'm just glad I can repay you somewhat.
Sorry. We always also appreciate your company, Sam.
Yes.
Thank you, Emil. As I yours.
Before Sterling Sam leaves, Mortal just sort of get up and say, with everybody here in this, I want to take the opportunity to make everybody aware of something. This morning I had an incident with Kaylin.
Ooh.
Was almost certain that I saw a poisonous tarantula spider on her. To the point where I took action and tried to knock it off, but I couldn't knock it off. And then the tarantula moved to the front of her face and looked like it was ready to bite her. And maybe I acted, I don't know, hastily, but I just acted. I cast Thunderstep and
That's good.
took Kaylin away from the situation.
That's what that was.
A spider on someone's face, you take action. I think you did good there, Mort.
Sure.
Not sure now, but so I had originally told her that this had never happened to me before, but now at breakfast I was going through my memories, and it occurred to me that something like this has happened before when we were in Bon Ladir, just before we entered Kaylin's family keep. I thought I saw someone from my past.
That's so?
And I pursued that person, but that person sort of disappeared into the night. And I could have sworn I smelled her perfume. So I don't know. It's disconcerting a bit for me. I don't know if I'm slipping a gear, or is someone in this group or somewhere else messing with me.
Right.
I don't know, and it's disconcerting, and I just thought I'd make everyone aware, so if I suddenly add out something that sounds stupid or doesn't make any sense, like, hey, there's a giant behind you or something like that, just making you aware, so, to let me know, hey, it's not there. Hey, you're seeing things or something's affecting you. So I just wanted to make everyone aware. I just didn't want to leave anybody in the dark about that. And Sterling, I don't know if you can be an assist. I just wanted to make, you might have any thoughts on that, or.
Well,
That sounds like what happened to us when we went and saw the Sphinx, remember? You and I both saw things that no one else did.
That's true.
really.
What was it? What was the Astral Winds?
Oh,
Yeah, nasty,
business.
And they were able to physically affect us.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
maybe there's something like that happening?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think
Have you ever been to the astral plane?
Me? Nope.
the astral. If I actually, let me have a roll. I'm pretty sure she knows this, given some of her past. But the astral winds there, they and most psychic winds are locked to a location. It could be that there's something at that Bon Lodir. But first things first, was it any of you giving good old Mort a rough time? No. All right. Well, with that settled, I mean, you're in the middle of a quite a bit here, folks, Mort included. Keep a careful eye on it. Keep your friends appraised. Have you picked up any new items lately or anything like that?
I mean, I think Galithor has a new sword, but that's the last thing we got.
Oh.
Yeah, and he left that behind.
Oh.
I'm trying to think.
Well, what do you mean by lately?
Since or around the time that these things started, was Bon Lodir the first time that happened?
To me, yes. I'll continue to search my memories, but I'm pretty sure that's.
I mean,
That was before he got the sword too.
yeah.
I see.
So I have a question for those more arcane or maybe just more knowledgeable like Sam. When I was in the guild, there was talk of glasses that allowed you to see things as they truly were, allowed you to pierce illusions and veils.
Right?
Does such an artifact actually exist?
There's a spell that does that.
I'm wondering about permanence because we seem to be seeing things that may or may not be real at odd times. I'm thinking if there's some kind of an artifact that would, or magical device that would allow us to, I don't even know if it's illusion that I'm looking to pierce, but just to see things as they truly are at all times, we might get a better sense of whether some of the things that are being seen are real, illusion, or something entirely different.
Right. Sterling Zane would
worth-
definitely know. I just don't off the top of my head. But if it's a thing, then yeah, it should be like, oh right. Yes.
It's like goggles of true seeing or something like that.
Okay, good. I was going to the G's.
It's something of true seeing.
I feel like it was.
Yeah, it is, but Emil wouldn't know that, so that's...
okay.
But,
of seeing, okay.
True seeing.
Gem of seeing. Okay, hold on. As you can for the next 10 minutes, you have true sight to 120 feet. Nice, maybe that's different. Goggles of the night. Well, I'll have to look into that for you, Emil. See what I can find.
I mean, of course, assuming such a thing exists, the next question would be procuring them.
Yeah.
Right. I believe there's a gem that can grant you true sight for a bit, and true sight will let you see through illusions and such. You might need a tinkerer of some sort or an artificer to work those into goggles, but I don't see it being beyond possible.
And Mort will just chime in one more thing, and I'll look at Devanya just for a second and say, people have maybe been seeing me picking up things and doing strange things. I recently studied and picked up teleport, and one of the parts of teleport is I can teleport. I have a greater chance of successful teleportation if I have an object from that location. So that's why I've been collecting little mementos on our travels. And
that makes sense.
Devanya saw me pick up a rock at Queequin, or...
We gotta get you a bag of holding, Mort.
I'm trying to keep it to little things.
Just it's like a bag of souvenir holding.
I'm gonna open the door and tell Mort, "You're still weird, man," and then close the door.
I love Devanya.
Yeah, Devanya. Emil will look at the closed door and say, "Yeah, you're not weird at all."
I heard that.
I meant for you to.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think that we picked up any. At least I haven't picked up any really around that time. There, you know.
Well, I don't know. If it's not an item, then
I mean, we found Callie around that time.
Callie.
Caitlin will look to Mort.
Yes, we have some of you probably haven't met yet.
No.
We part of our travels in Bon Ladir, we found a dagger that was cursed with this. I don't know if you call it soul or persona of a, and I pick up Blueberry Pancake's hat, reveal Callie.
Oh, this hat! Oh, Morgan. Oh.
I promised you I'll make more air holes, but we're working on it.
It's all right. I mean, it's fun. Oh, but after a while. Hi, everybody.
Callie, this is Sterling Sam. Sterling Sam, this is Callie.
She'll kind of buzz up next to Kaylin. Oh, wow, she looks kind of like tough and scary,
And
kind of
awesome.
cool. Right?
She's a good friend.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, aren't you just the cutest?
Dan's waving to himself.
Yeah, I know. Hi. I have friends. It's myself.
Dan is his best friend.
For real. But you can't see her 5 mirrors behind my monitor. I'm like, hi, friend. Aren't you just the cutest? Oh. And so, well, Callie, were you playing tricks on our friend Mort? No, Mort. Well, I wasn't sure about Mort at first, but he's he saved me. I mean, they all did here. They're good for that, aren't they? You know anything about this, Callie? And there'll be a little exchange, because I don't want to take up all your time with that. The Dan show, yeah. Where she's like, just gonna. No, I just, I don't know. I think that happened before I met Mort anyway. All right. Well, I honestly don't know, but I can ask some of my sagely friends, if you wish, see what else might be causing that, and what other things there might be to protect yourself against such a thing. In case it's an attack of some sort. Of course, Mort, of course. Oh, well, I would love to try some of that pizza, if you're all willing.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for me, or anything any information I can start looking out for?
I have something, but I'll tell you while we're making some pizza.
Oh, all right.
I only have one thing right now. Could you keep an eye out for Ormia?
Oh, indeed.
She looked different. Like she changed her appearance. She was this like black shadow monk type person.
Oh.
And then left us a message, and she changed into the creepy lich form.
Ooh.
So.
Wow.
I don't know if you know her before, but.
Kaylin's going to open up her journal and tear out a drawing of her that she had drew in there of after she had seen her. And I would just hand it over to Sterling Sam.
I don't have the sketch with me.
This is
Dana made a little Rudolph. Oh, that's scary indeed.
this is how I remember her. When we granted it was taken from mostly a hologram sort of for most of it, at least her face. But yeah, that's kind of, you'll get an idea of what she looks like now.
Well, thank you. Okay then.
She did. Which was just to add one more thing about.
Oh, please, Mark, go right ahead.
When we did encounter her, she seemed particularly interested in obtaining a book.
Do you know which book?
Oh God,
I know.
Yes.
Oh, you know.
Well, also I
did
remember.
write it down.
I don't remember if did Dan did anybody say what it was?
Did I? Was it
Because you told me. I don't remember if like the Sphinx said anything.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
so
it may not. Yeah, you may not. Yeah, but we definitely knew she took something from that room.
If it was guarded near the Sphinx, it must have been mighty powerful. Damn, we need more information. Well, Blueberry, I do have some information for you that may be on our way to make some of this pizza. Yes? Pizza. All right. We can discuss. And then Aaron, of course, once we're there.
But before we start making pizza, I gotta go to the bathroom, so.
Nice. That sounds like a great idea. I'm going to go talk to Devanya. Why don't you all take care of your restroom needs? Nice. And we can take our bio break there. Yay. Okay. So, for those who don't know, we take a 8 to 10 minute bio break. I'm going to make some coffee. We're going to come back and we're going to do our first round of giveaways. Sam, I didn't say anything about yours because I wasn't sure if you still are up for that.
I have a gorgeous set of Havesies dice from Gatekeeper Games. These are the Gamma dice. I'll pull it out here.
Nice.
They are modeled after the Hulk in a way, half green, half purple with gold lettering on them.
Ooh, nice.
And so I've got a full set here, again from Gatekeeper Games, who they're a fantastic company, not sponsoring us, but they're just great. So.
Nice.
I don't know how you're doing the giveaway, Dan, but
I think Nightbot will let me do it. I'm going to do a few, and then we're going to set a go. I've got a few sets of dice to give away as well, so I'm going to do some trigger giveaways as the evening goes by. Not sure yet. All right, so I'm going to make that coffee, then we'll be back and get some other stuff. Yeah. Catch y'all shortly. Oh.
I'm doing okay, Horsey Toad. How are you?
A little tired, but okay. How about you?
Long week, but looking forward to trying to sleep in tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. I did spend the last 3 or 4 hours in front of the fireplace reading, so I'm pretty happy about that.
That's good. What were you reading about?
Oh, I just picked up some Dresden books that I'd read before. Just something comfortable I could flip through. It was cold outside today. Right in the middle of the afternoon, the fire alarm went off. So we had to go all stand outside in the parking lot in the cold.
Oy.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, not a good day for it. Horsey Toad, I have not played the Dresden RPG. And for Dreadstar, I would say, I think yesterday I started with Stormfront, and I'm up to book 6, which is Death Masks. So I'm kind of going through them pretty quickly because I've read them once or twice before, but just kind of immersing myself in the noir genre wizard detective novel. Remembering all the there's some good characters in there. I think I tweeted this week that I'm pretty interested in exploring the Charity Carpenter as an RPG character at some point. I think she's a really interesting character.
Flip my hair the other way, now it's up like 80s style up in the air.
I want to say you spin me right round. There's an 80s video with that
Right?
that hair, and I'm trying to remember which one it is.
You spin me. Yeah. Awesome. That's so awesome. Oh, thank you very much, Mariah. I will take a peek-see. All right, right here. Okay. All right. Oh, excuse me. I do not know why I'm so burpy tonight. I'm so sorry. It's 100 episodes I'm digesting. Okay. Not yet that I know of, Mariah. I don't think anyone's rolled a natural one. We pull a Nightbot so we can do our giveaway. Always. Woo-woo. So, you know what? For every number 17 rolled from here until the end of the session, or until I run out of dice sets, we'll do another giveaway. I'll give away my favorite set first, which again is these beautiful yellow ones. They're translucent, so you can see through them a little bit, with white lettering. Not anything super fancy. Sorry, I don't have any super fancy ones. But these are my favorite. So, and then I have other sets that are opaque and still in the bag. I've had these for about a year. They've been lovingly stared at for a year. And they're my reserve dice, but I would love to give them away to home set can use dice. All right, let me get a couple things set up here. All right, eligibility is everybody, except mods, I guess, because.
And really, what household doesn't want a dice set?
Right? Yeah.
My kids are both getting dice in their stockings. Catherine's getting Christmas dice, like regular dice, and then Liam is getting big foam squishy dice.
Nice.
Hi.
Mom, I want to stay up late. Roll a persuasion check.
That's amazing. All right. Don't need that. How do I make it happen? Keyword entry. Yes. Ooh. Oh gosh. So for this first batch, right? For the first batch of dice, this batch for Sam's batch of dice, and for Mort's, Callie, and Coffee roll. There's apparently an option in Nightbot where subscribers can have a little additional luck. And I think that'd be a nice way to reward our subscribers. So you'll have twice as much luck. Basically, I think it means you'll be entered twice. Before I die.
Don't die, Dan. It's okay.
That'll teach me to breathe in. I should just...
It's all right.
Ooh. All right. Let's see. Oh, I see. So, start the giveaway. Let's start with these dice. The least interesting out of the three first ones. The Dan dice here.
But they're so pretty.
I do like them. I really, really like them. Oh, yeah. No. I guess it's... Okay. So, anyone that is interested in rolling for this, I do believe mods are excluded because that's us.
Dang it.
Please.
You mean I can't enter for more dice? What?
That's awesome.
Sam is appalled.
Just type in the number 100. That's the keyword. But it's just the number, not spelled out. Type in 100 to have a chance to win. Ooh, these fancy yellow dice set. Yep, it's 7 of the standard dice. Your D20, your percentile die, and then of course D12, D10, D8, D6, and D4. Yep, type those 100s in. We'll give it about maybe a minute or so, and then it will. Then I'll roll. As you type it in, it adds you to a big list of eligible. Hey, Half Donut, you came just in time for giveaway. First thing is my favorite set of yellow dice. Just type in the number 100 in chat to be entered. And subscribers get double the luck.
Double the luck, double the fun.
Nice. So I'm going to have that on for these 3 main giveaways. And then anytime any of us roll a 17 for the rest of the session, or a 20. I'll say 17 or a 20. I'll be giving away some of my my hoardy dice that I just hoard and keep off to the side here. But have been imbued with my juju for like a year.
Right.
Depends on the juju. Is it the DM rolls or is it the DM rolling for players?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know. Let's say DM rolls. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to give it another 15 seconds. Type the number 100 in if you want to be entered. Do. You know what? I should probably also put out a tweet just... Nice. All right, I'm going to send this tweet out, and then I'll do the old roll of brewski. That's awesome.
Key change.
Let's see. Oops. Stop hitting extra buttons, Dan. That's Dan. Alright, I'm gonna tweet this out, and here we go. Nice. Nightbot giveaways. Here we go. Let's roll it. The drum roll. Hey! Danny Phantom! You won my precious... You probably won't want it after I pet the dice. Sorry. My precious dice. So, Danny, if and when you get the chance, just hit me up. You can send me a direct message here. If you know me, or you can have DMs open on Twitter. So I'm at D_awesomeface. Or anyway, I think you know me. I think you have me on all the things. So hit me up. And we will make it happen. Yes. All right. So I'm going to clear this out. Can I cancel and clear? Okay.
Quick fun fact about Dan and that username is even before I joined Stormfall, like when we just knew each other from the Team Human group.
Yeah.
Every time I would type in like awesome into my phone, it would autocorrect it to awesome face.
You're welcome. Yeah. It's awesome. Making connections since whatever that was. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Next up is, let's do Mort's thing as we were splitting up the dice. Ed, hey! How was your...
A wild Ed has appeared.
Yeah. Did you have fun at your party? No! Too much fun at his party. I shouldn't have asked the question.
It was too much interaction all of a sudden, all at once.
Friends don't let friends video chat drunk.
That's awesome.
Muted.
Oh, we can't hear you, Ed.
Oh, no.
Can't hear you. Audio.
Oh, Ed.
You weren't muted, but we couldn't hear you.
All right. Let's see. Okay, awesome, Danny. Sounds great. All right, so go ahead and type in your 100 again. For Frank, would you mind showing the delightful item that you've so kindly offered up? Yes, a little Callie hanging out with a cup of coffee. Callie and coffee. That's beautiful. I love that thing so much. So if you want to enter for this, go ahead and enter the number 100 again, as it is our 100th episode. And we'll give that about a...
100.
Yeah. do. And again, subscribers have twice the luck.
Yes. Have your very own cow.
Nice.
And fake cup of coffee.
Bottomless cup of coffee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, please. And Callie to keep you company. I didn't intend for the alliteration, sorry. Sillies. All right, yes, coffee. All right, we'll give it another 15 seconds, but it's looking like that. Then we will do a roll. For Callie and coffee and chill.
Making it weird, Dad. Making it
Yeah.
a little weird. Oh, good night, Mariah.
Oh, yeah, have a good night,
Have
Mariah.
fun.
Bye, Mariah. All right, here we go. Here's our roll. Tick, 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 tick. Horsey Toad.
Yay!
Yay!
Horsey Toad has the Callie
Excellent.
and the coffee.
Excellent. So, if you want Horsey Toad, Mort.
Send
Frank,
the address
yeah.
to you and you can get it to me.
Okay. Yep. Hit me up. Horsey, and just just hit me up on Facebook. I think it's where we usually chat. And just let me know contact info. Not contact info. Blah 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 blah. Mailing information, so we can get that out to you. Awesome. All right, and on our break, we have one more thing on our break. Did Sam step away? Okay.
Yeah,
When
she
Sam
Yeah,
comes,
she said she would be right back.
okay. Oh, will do. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thanks, Mariah. Yeah, I think that I got your... I'm going to have her pursue that with Sterling Sam. Thank you very much, Mariah. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Let's do... now, let's wait and do the roll after Sam gets back, and that way
Sure.
she's not left, I don't leave her out of it. That wouldn't be cool of me. Sometimes I get so excited I fail to think about those things, so. Me? Overly excited? All right, where were we? Oh, right. So Sterling Sam is actually heading out over to the door. She's not going to push through or anything, but she's just going to sort of lean up against the wall there while everyone's getting their stuff ready. So, wait, did you give her your name, Devanya?
Caitlin introduced them.
Ah, right. Devanya, you found yourself in good company here with these folk.
You do get into an awful lot of trouble for good company.
Ah, right, well, that just follows them around everywhere, I think. Long time ago, they did me a great deed, and so I've offered to gather any information I can to help them out in their travels and their day-to-day. Offer extends to anyone they're keeping in their company, so should you have any need for information that's hard to come by, you just let me know. That's my stock and trade.
Can I tell you something?
Of course.
I sensed magic on Kaylin while Mort was having his mirage, you can say.
Not so.
It wasn't on Mort. It was just on her. I do not know what kind of magic it is, but if any friend of theirs...
All right. Maybe she's not aware of it.
I highly doubt it.
I'll have a conversation with her then. Thank you, Devanya.
And if she asks, it's okay to state my name.
I'll try not to put you in the middle of anything.
I think it's a little late for that, but do what you must.
All right. You need anything, Devanya, you just, you let me know, all right?
I will. Thank you.
Indeed.
It's very nice to meet you, even under strange circumstances.
Always with this with this crew. Always. But a pleasure indeed.
Pleasure's all mine. Have a good one.
You too. All
I'm
right.
gonna open the door.
Ah, okay. And who's ready for this pizza? All right, let's get underway. Blueberry, you mind walking with me there, fella? And Galathor, since you're here, is there anything that you wanted to ask Sterling Sam about? She's gonna offer I don't remember if she's met you yet, but if she hasn't, she's gonna extend the same offer to you because you're traveling with everyone for whatever information you might want or need on anything.
Sure, Galathor. Can you hear me? Looks like he's
Yes.
working.
Mm-hmm.
Galathor looks like. He's interested in knowing more about the auction. If Sterling Sam has any more information about that.
Sure. You'll catch her attention, before everyone's done getting ready. Like, oh, all right. Oh, an auction. Well, I can get you into any auction here in Metz. They have a boatload of. You're saying this one's in a couple of days. They've got some. And she kind of takes the information from you. Right. Well, give me till end of the day. I'll get you an invite.
Very well. Will it be an invite for the entire party or just for myself?
Can do, certainly. Some of them will have to go in as your security or something. It'll be suspicious with the whole group, but probably 2 or 3 of you as guests, and the rest is security, if that's all right.
Very well. Appreciate it. We'll make it work.
Good. You ever need any information there, Galathor, you let me know, all right? You're traveling with a good batch of folk here.
Thank you, Sam.
Of course. All right, let's get that pizza. Come here. And she's gonna have a little chat with Blueberry about giving Blueberry some info. And then where are you headed? Where do you want to go, Erwin? Are you picking up ingredients and coming back here, or are you going somewhere to make this?
I don't know where we're going. Wherever we ate breakfast.
Okay, there's a cafeteria nearest by.
Yeah, so she'll just kind of go and just commandeer the kitchen and just start cooking.
Nice. Oh, excuse me. Oh.
And when she's making dough, she doesn't knead it herself. She uses her mage hand.
Nice. That's awesome.
Cheater. I'm
Then
just
you can
gonna
do twice as many. Then you can do twice as many batches that way.
Nice.
Oh, that's true. That's smart. Okay, I like that idea. Devania's gonna go downstairs. She's gonna stay in the cafeteria, and she's gonna be by herself. She's not gonna be with everybody else.
Okay.
And she's gonna, keep her hands busy, of course, as always.
Sounds good. Sterling Sam's in a different getup now. This one has some attire for the kitchen, understanding where you're all going. And so she's in the kitchen, sort of, working off to the side with Erwin, who's commandeered a section, and okay.
Is everybody in the kitchen, or is everybody back upstairs? Because didn't you mention there was a kitchen upstairs, like in Kaylin's
There
room?
is one, like a kitchenette, a small kitchen in Kaylin's, but I think they're doing it in the cafeteria kitchen.
That's where the ingredients are.
Okay.
Ingredients in an oven.
Yes.
Is everyone else down in the cafeteria then?
Yeah, I would say Kaylin's probably sitting in the cafeteria somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, Mort will, yes, of course, oversee his co-invention.
Nice. Yeah, nice. All right.
So, hey, Mort, here. This is what you do with the mage hand. And she'll show him and it works just as well as doing it yourself.
Mort makes a mental note. And then I could use Bigby's hands, but that'd be for a really big pizza.
I feel like I need that whole past 30 seconds in a clip out of context. You can use this. It's just as good as using the real. Yeah.
Dad.
I could use Bigby's hand.
This is not Tuesday and it's not Sunday.
Yeah. Sorry. Awesome.
We didn't play our after dark warning.
That was great. Like, hey, look what I can do.
Nice. Whoa.
No, look, Ma, no hands.
Yeah. How'd you ring the doorbell? Oh, sorry. Is it a?
I have a story to go on with
Off-color
that. I will tell you guys after.
Anyways, as Erin was showing her how to make that, she's gonna talk to her and be like, so, I don't remember if I've asked you this before, but when we went to go visit the Sphinx, we ran into someone that has made me think about this quite a bit. I found another rune child. And I thought I was the only one. So I don't know, maybe it's not, not as important as, some other things that, will help save the world or, get churches back into good standing or anything like that. But if you hear or see of any other rune children, I'd like to know. It's nice to know you're not alone. That's it. I like to put cheese on this half. And then this cheese on that half.
She's still sort of a little bit taken aback, just not taken aback, just a little bit shocked that you are Rune Child. Because that
she walks around most of the time with her forehead rune active.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
she'll go around like this.
Nice. Awesome. Oh, well, I saw the.
Did I not tell you this before? I thought I told you this before.
Oh, maybe so.
I don't remember. A lot of things have happened since last time we saw you.
Certainly.
You weren't even on this continent last time we saw you.
Right.
Right? I don't know.
Correct. Yes, we were over on Ephron there. The fact that there's another is incredible that the two of you came face to face.
Yeah. It was really cool. He has so many rooms.
What's
more than I do.
What's the name of this? Did you get their name?
Yeah, he was the king of those Toldari. Toldari?
Really, the Toldari?
Yeah, the king.
Oh,
and he said he was gonna talk to me some more, but then we told him about that Lich Skull thing, and then he got really busy.
Oh.
So.
I see.
She's clearly dejected remembering this, just not even paying attention to what she's putting on the pizza.
Nice. Are you looking for more information then on what it means to be a Rune Child?
Kind of, a little bit, or just if there's any others out there.
All right.
I feel like, especially having met him now, he was a lot older and obviously more experienced. So if there's someone I can learn from,
right,
who isn't busy running a country.
Right. Well, there's rumors. There's always rumors of Rune children, so I can pursue those and see what I can find for you.
Anything about a sort of prophecy too.
All right.
My parents mentioned one to me quite often. That's why they and the rest of the village were so intent on sending me to learn more about magic, I think.
I see.
I don't remember all the details because a lot of my mind was taken from me when I was at Tensor. I don't like being here.
Sure.
But, if there's anything you hear about that. Again, not like super important or anything.
It's fine. I've got my...
I mean, you've got a list of things that are, more important, so.
It's fine. It's just a matter of sending out some inquiries. We'll get you some answers, Iron Man.
Thanks.
Of course.
Sam.
Nice.
So weird.
Awesome.
Thank you, Sam. Why, you're welcome.
You finished making, pizza. It's tasty. She's, gonna thank Aaron and Mort. Gonna sit down and eat, and yet another disguise. She leaves and comes back like 10 minutes later to sit down and enjoy. She talks with Rain off to the side to get some information, and she's going to, at one point need to excuse herself. So sitting down, enjoying pizza with all of you. Again, it really has turned out to be sort of one of those normal, everyday type of days after all you've been through recently. Sitting around enjoying pizza and drink and conversation. Sam heads out, or gets ready to head out. I can't thank you all enough again for what you've done for me in the past, and I'll get you the answers you're looking for best I can. With so much afoot, and you smack dab in the middle of it, I think it's time I gave you she pats a couple of her inside her robes and pulls out a small sending stone with looks like almost like a northern star with a small eye etched in the middle. This, for whichever of you thinks you can keep it hidden the best. Use it only in emergencies and without prying eyes around, as being distracted at the wrong time can be detrimental to me. But I think it's important you have this, so I can give you information if something comes up. You can send some requests to me or update me on things if you need to. I can make big puzzle pieces move here, big pieces move on the board if need be. I think the time of being in the shadows here might be coming to an end for a bit as we face whatever this demi-lich is and what it's bringing about in our world. When the call comes, we're all going to need to answer. Thank you for the pizza, Morton, Arwen.
Down.
I do hope you all have safe and pleasant travels. Hope I'm wrong about you being in the middle of all this. Does anyone have anything they want to say before she heads out, or ask or anything like that?
Do you mind
Sam.
if I walk with you a bit?
Yes, I was hoping you might. Goodbye, Arwen.
Bye.
Nice. Love the cape. So the two of you start, walking about down the halls, just the two of you. Yes, Kaylin, dear.
I know I've already asked you about to keep an eye out for Ormia, so I hate asking it another thing, and I'm sure the rest of the group have their important things that they wanted you to look out for as well.
Fine.
But I kind of have the feeling that my mother might still be alive.
Is that so?
Gosh, I think you gave me her name, Dan. I'll just say
Her name.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure. So Kaylin will just tell her name.
Mhm.
It's a long story, but I don't know what she would, of course, look like now, but I saw her through a time portal.
Oh,
Again, long story.
wow.
And so Kaylin will give like a description of her,
Okay.
of how she saw her then.
She sketches one out. All right. Like this. It's a pretty good sketch. Pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
I don't know where or how or if she might even still be alive, but it seems like she might not have died with the others and that she might have been alive for a while after.
I see.
She might, just a warning, if you would ever come across her, she might be a little crazy.
Okay.
So I've heard. Or at least she was, just because she was looking, of everything that happened. So
Certainly. Galen,
just if you would come across any information.
Of course I will look into that for you.
Thank you.
I will keep you posted the moment I find out anything, all right?
I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah.
You found out a lot of information for me, and I will always be indebted to you.
Think nothing of it. I wouldn't be here, I don't think, if it weren't for you and your friends there, so it's quite all right. Okay, then I, after asking about Mort and all that happened to him there, someone mentioned to me that they had sensed some magic on you. Now, of course, I can tell you've got yourself some magic items there, but they were talking about magic in your person. Last I knew, you were a strapping fighter. I'm worried you might have some magic in you and not know about it. Are you aware of any magic?
Kaylin will look around. We're away from the group.
Yeah, you're walking down a mostly abandoned hall. You can hear your footsteps echoing down a long, empty hallway.
Some of the group, they don't know, but I think I made some kind of deal.
Oh. And
It's been a rough time, and
I can tell she kind of alludes to the eye.
it did that.
The-
But in exchange for some abilities that I didn't have before.
All right. Do you feel it was a fair trade?
It seems fair, I guess.
Right.
I mean, I had a vague choice of what I think happened, but it was on a vision and it was kind of hazy, and but I have abilities now, so I feel a little less helpless.
All right.
But yeah, I've tried to find out what it is and haven't been successful so far.
Do you have a name?
No. It won't give it to me. It says in time, and it's never asked anything bad of me.
Right.
It's always warned me of impending danger, and in fact it says something's coming along that I should be prepared for and have my friends prepared for. It gives me warnings and tells me I'm doing a good job, but then it also says that what I'm doing is helping it as well, and I'm just like, I don't understand what that means, but I'm talking a lot to you, and I'm sorry
No.
you didn't ask for this long story.
That's fine, Kaylin.
Um,
Sounds like you haven't had much of a chance to talk about it with anyone. If you're letting this much out now.
Emil knows. I think Mortimer knows.
All
I've
right.
alluded to it to him. I just don't want to worry them.
Certainly. Well, I can offer you some good news. Based on what you're telling me, you can rule out it being a devil. Devils are always in the details. There'd be nothing vague about it. There'd be a surplus of details, if anything. You'd have their, a name to bind it. So it's not a devil, at least.
That's good.
Yeah, those not something you want to get involved with, for sure.
Sure. But, now you know.
All right.
I don't know who said anything, and I don't need to know. I just, yeah.
Well, keep me informed, if you would.
Sure. And thank you for the information about Emil.
Of course. Ever since learning about his condition, must admit I've been a bit worried for him. Not many can fight
Agreed.
against the evil nature in there.
Agreed.
Well, keep putting up a good fight, and if whatever this is starts asking you to do something nasty, something nasty, then, give it a what for. Yeah.
Will do.
Well, thank you for being so forthright with me and forthcoming.
You've deserved it. Safe travels, Sam.
You too, Kaylin. And don't forget, if I can offer you advice anyway, I know you're doing a fine job of looking out for them, and make sure you let them look out for you a little too, okay? You can't help them if you'd let anything happen to yourself.
I'll try.
Tips her hat, because that's what she's wearing now, and and heads off through Tentu University. And actually, I'm going to take a quick second and do Aaronwin's giveaway, if that's all right. So anyone in chat,
Fancy gamma dice, full 7-piece set.
Mhm.
Have these dice from Gatekeeper Games.
Go ahead and type in the number 100 into chat, as it is, again, our 100th episode.
Yeah.
And I'll give about a minute for that, and see what comes of it. See who the winner will be.
The handsome display case.
I know, right?
Fun fact, if you don't want to keep your dice in these square containers, these also make really good game component holders.
Oh, yeah.
So you put game pieces in them, like, certain games that have 600 million tokens. Not
Yeah.
mentioning any by name.
Yeah.
Nice.
But they make and they're just really nice dice.
Beautiful. All right. I think we've got all the entries here. Let's give it a roll. And that is
Woohoo.
Half Donut. Yay!
Half Donut. So far, everyone's won one.
Nice. Excellent. So we will congratulations, Half Donut. So Danny, Phantom, Half Donut, and Horsey Toad all won something on our break, or main 3 giveaways. Hang in there, anyone else that's entered, as I have some other sites of dice here. to give away as our session carries on. So awesome! Yay!
Yay.
And thanks for being here, everyone, supporting us and hanging out, and being here all along.
Being awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Our 100th episode, so exciting. Okay, so Sterling Sam has left. You all
Finally.
yeah, you'll sort of have a day.
It's so not confusing.
Nice. Hey, Sam. Yeah.
We could have regular party member named Sam.
Nice. That'd be awesome.
That's gonna be Sam's next character. Sam.
My next character will be named Steph.
Nice.
Where's Emil?
He's probably still in the cafeteria, maybe. We're heading back to the room. We'll say cafeteria to make it easy. With a few
Okay.
characters.
Devonia's gonna stand up and plop down right across from him
Okay.
and set down a figure of him
Mhm.
and ask him, give me one good reason why I shouldn't disintegrate you right now.
Because I'm super cute, and I'll hold up the figurine you made for him. I'm just kidding.
That was great. Like, gotcha.
Well, I don't know. Why would you want to?
Considering the history of vampires.
That.
What happened to you?
Well. Oh gosh, I don't know what he'd. I'm just gonna roll for it, but Emil, Warren, you can let me know later. I know you're not on, but if you're watching this, you can tell me later if I need to retcon it. But I just rolled to see what you'd say. I was bitten by a husk of a person, of a vampire. A vampire spawn, sort of never turned to an actual vampire. Nasty creatures that were in a sewer while we were saving someone, and later found out that I was afflicted. I've been regularly fighting that change. And look, if I ever go full vampire and you're around, I don't expect you to hold back. I don't want that. I don't want to hurt anybody.
I figured it would be your friend's job.
I would like to say I try not to think about it, but yeah, that'd be a lie. I hope be nice to not have to worry about this, but I do. I have friends that'll be there to make sure I don't hurt anybody.
I'm gonna sit back and just kind of fold my arms, and if they fail, I got you.
It's good to know. Thank you, Devanya.
You sure are a strange bunch.
Blueberry kind of is under the table nearby. I'm a good friend, though.
I'm sure. Yeah. Strange, but I see you guys have a strong kinship. That's all that matters in the end.
Yeah. We've been through a lot. And it's good to have you here.
I'm gonna kind of look around and be like, wait, you're talking to me?
And he'll kind of get up and walk around.
Somebody else walked away.
Nice, yeah.
There you go.
Hey. Oh, sorry. Please go ahead.
I'm gonna sit back and just chuckle and kind of laugh about it because like, yeah, okay, touche.
All right. I'm going to, or I'd like to advance, to have a day of rest, food, and a fresh start in the morning. But does anyone have anything they'd like to do before we advance time?
Kaylin's going to walk around this this area of the city, or at least kind of where we're mostly congregated, like in that area. Kind of push out a little past a little bit, trying to keep an eye out for anyone that looks conspicuous of like watching them, or in other words, she's because we've been told that there are spies that are so she will probably spend most of the day worrying and looking for that.
Nice. Okay. You know what? Make a perception check, or two. You just roll with advantage because you're spending the time doing it.
It's evening time in game, right?
Yeah. Yep. It's getting. It's like afternoon, so it's.
Oh, okay. So it's not like it's not as close to nighttime as I thought.
Probably, yeah. It'd be around 2:30, 12:31 or so.
It's a 17 perception, Dan.
Okay. Yeah, things check out. You're nervous, but things check out.
So no suspicious activity.
Correct.
Okay.
Once Sam leaves and if no one needs me, Erin is gonna go back to the Runekeeper's room.
Okay.
And just see if he's awake.
Well, let's see. Let's use the D20 that was won by Danny Phantom. You head back, and some of the first thing you notice is that some of the bookshelves are back up. They're starting to reset up this library. However, the whole center area, the very center, is still cleared out because this form takes up that whole space. Still, you can't. He's covered with a lot of these large tarps, almost popped up tent-like. There's some mist going underneath, and some other things they're doing to better heal the Runekeeper. You can hear that snoring-ish dragon sound, though. Appears to be recovering still in a slumber.
Okay. She's still going to go in and just kind of sit by him. And then once she gets bored after a little while, she'll just kind of start looking around the books, just seeing what's there.
Ah, okay.
And you don't need to tell me what's there. She's just kind of like,
Neat.
Although if she does find anything on brass dragons, or brass dragons, rune children, or another thing I can't remember that I will tell you later, she'll start reading.
Okay, neat. Awesome.
I'm gonna go upstairs and try to take a nap.
Oh, all right. Galithor, you'll of course get from Sterling Sam will still be there in the general area. She's left the group for now, but she did promise to give you those tickets, the invites. So she does return as a hobbling old man with a cane. Clink, clink. Excuse me, sir, can you help me pick up my pack? I've dropped it over there.
Oh, of course.
Thank you. This old bat can't take it. He was hunched over. I have so many. Just keep that as a reward, won't you? You can. It's open, so you can see a little bit inside. You'd see like at least some, and he kind of gives like a wink to you. I'm sure you'll find a good use for it.
Oh my. Well, thank you.
Of course, yes. Good day to you, son. Hobbles off down the hallway where we are. So if and when you get a chance to look, you'll have 3 guest tickets, your name +2, and then security detail, which just has lines to fill out for names. Let's see. Kaylin, do you want to run after Sterling Sam earlier in the day as she was walking away?
I really want to.
That's fine. Yeah, go for it. I just read chat and saw that. Farewell.
So we'll just say that like earlier when Sterling was walking away, Kaylin will be like, "Oh," and kind of like run up to her. "Oh, Sam.
Oh, I'm busy. I'm just kidding." I'm just teasing.
Have you ran into we came across a group of adventurers when we were seeing the Sphinx. It was, I think, with them. How many was it, Dan? 4? 5, well, 4 not counting Nobella.
Right.
In fact, it kind of has to do with Ormia was running around with them before they went to the Sphinx, but it was I mean, I don't even know if I know how to describe them. There was a lizard folk with them. One that looked like, is Aga a tiefling, Dan?
Mm-hmm.
Or he's a devil.
Tiefling. Mm-hmm.
Okay. One was a large bluish, I think, tiefling. Large male, it seemed. Another one had wings. Their names, Kaylin will kind of pull out her journal and just start flipping through it because she probably wrote them down at some point. Aga, Thaxel,
Rhea. Right.
You know them.
I know. I've met them. I've made contact with them. I've known of Rhea's family for some time.
Are they trustworthy?
They're not out to make the world a worse place, but I'd say they are out to make the world a better place for themselves, perhaps.
I know the type.
Right. There are some indications that they're also tied into the matters of the world here with this undead creature. Yes. Well, I don't want to say the name out here, but...
Sure. No,
But I'm not sure yet. But, I've known Rhea and her family for quite some time, and, I may have let some information get to them that helped them find what they needed, and in turn met a lot of you.
It's fine. It was fate, I guess. They have a sending stone that's connected to us, so.
Good.
And I told them that if they ever need any help, because they, of course, were upset with Ormi as well, or I think they called her by something else. I can't remember. Stephanie remembers. Kaylin probably would not. But, I told them that if they need any help with, going after her, finding her, that I was just wondering what kind of people they were. So you've painted a picture, at least. Our dealings with them were very brief, and it was scattered and quick, and
You should be looking for good allies indeed. And while their motives may be self-serving, if you focus on that as their reward or their goal, they'll probably be true allies in the meantime for you.
Gotcha.
There's it's a little early yet, but there's some other folk I intend to have you meet at one point. But we'll get to that later.
Interesting. Well, we can definitely use all the help,
I think you'll
This
need
thing sounds pretty big, so.
This creature at one point nearly attained godhood. It's a very serious creature full of nothing but evil. Lost its humanity a very long time ago, and can wreak a lot of havoc across the lands. But keep in touch with that group then. If you find any, they can probably do with some information. You find anything else out about that creature.
Okay. That's a good point.
If I see them, I'll tell them the same.
Thank you, Sam.
Of course.
All right.
All right. Anything else, Caitlin?
No,
All right.
No, I'll let you be. Have a great day.
You too.
She'll bow awkwardly and just kind of walk back.
Silly Sam will just kind of laugh a little bit and turn around and head on out. Ooh, nice.
One last thing.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah,
It's my job.
Kaylin uses the sending stone. I'm sorry, this isn't an emergency, but
I promise, lad. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So Galathor, those tickets are for the following night. For the auction house. Oh, sorry. I was rubbing my eyes. I didn't see we were not there. So Galathor gets his tickets later in the evening. Unless anyone has anything else they'd like to do, I'll say everyone gets a good meal for dinner, a good rest here. Yeah, go more. Shoot.
Just before that, I just wanted to quick stop. He's going to actually ask Blueberry and Callie to join him because he's going to make it probably a solid effort at this point not to travel anywhere alone.
Blueberry has been a little off since having her talk with Sterling Sam. I rolled a 1 for her, sorry. A him.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I'm sorry, and just sort of has his, head held a little bit low. I can't right now.
I understand. So I'll grab somebody else, like Erwin, who wasn't. Is she doing anything right now? Oh, she's with the Runekeeper.
She's
Nice.
literally kind of just sitting there watching him sleep,
Callie's
and then
excited.
she'll look
though.
at a book, and then she'll look at watch the Runekeeper, and
Nice.
she'll read a little bit more.
I mean, you could probably find Kaylin walking around looking if you wanted her to be an option, but
Thank you. I'll then seek out Kaylin.
Well, also Erwin's literally doing nothing, so
she's just sitting there
Oh.
watching the dragon.
Yeah, she's definitely not being creepy.
All right. Well, either or both. If they want, it's just a quick trip. I just want to go to the university bookstore,
Oh.
which they do have.
Ooh, okay.
I'm
And-
so torn.
And just actually, it's rather boring, but one little surprise. I just want to.
Books
Ever
are never
since-
boring, Mort, Callie says.
Ever since Bon Ladir and all that, I'm getting low on parchment.
Oh, right.
So, and with all the note taking and pizza, note taking and all that stuff. So I wanted to replenish all my parchment and my ink. But I also want to ask them if I can get another inkwell and another ink pen, and if they monogram them.
Oh, monogramming. Yes, of course we offer that service here. Let me get you a quote. What volume are you looking for? The standard inkwell?
Yes, standard, size and
Can I supersize that for you? No, just kidding.
Damn it!
All right, let me see. Ink. Okay, one bottle is typically 10 gold. Monogrammed, you're looking at... Oh, well, yes, if monogramming, we have several styles of calligraphy.
Well, it's not really initials. I wanted a small drawing on each.
Oh, and what is this drawing you'd like, sir?
A bunny.
A bunny, you say?
A bunny.
Very well, to each their own. And what, 13 gold between the actual 1 ounce bottle of ink and the monogrammed bunny.
All right, and done. And the parchment, of course.
Well, yes, parchment. Well, how much are you looking for? Just
a ream, I guess, whatever would fit in my backpack.
Well, they go for, here's a single sheet that we have in stock, very fine stock. It's 1 silver piece per a sheet. Tell me how many you wish for, and we can calculate.
50 sheets, which would be 5 gold.
Correct. We do offer a stamping service if you wish to have a bunny on your ledgers as well.
That won't be necessary, thank you.
Okay, of course. So they take out, it is high quality stuff. Everything's high quality here. And that's especially this kind of stuff at the university. And is there anything else for you and your companions?
I'll look to Kalen and Erwin, see if they desire anything.
Callie's behind them like doing silly faces and stuff. Yeah.
Erwin's like trying not to laugh.
Nice.
Do you have any, how much are your journals? Do you have any journals?
Oh, certain we can muster something up. We do have some leather bound over here, some more rugged ones over the double bound in leather. If you journey a lot, yes. Those heavy duty ones are you're looking at about 5 gold pieces. For the standard, you're looking at 3.
Okay. How big are they, Dan? Like, I'm not looking for like pocket size, but maybe something that would fit into like a satchel.
Okay. Oh, I see, of course. My apologies. I did not understand what you were looking for. Yes, Shrewd Traveler's journal. And he walks down an aisle or two. Yes, here. And it's larger than a standard, 8.5 by 11 sheet by maybe 1.5 times. If you're looking for something that big.
Oh no, 8.5. I mean,
okay.
The 8 by 11 would be fine. So if that's standard, then.
Okay. 12 gold pieces for this, double bound in leather. It comes with 100 sheets of paper. And it has a nice, binding and a nice latch on the front and stuff. And it's like 8.5 by 11.
Okay. I would like to get 2 of the smaller ones that are the 5 gold.
Of course.
So 2 of those and 1 of the larger ones.
Very well. Yes.
Okay.
And he carries it over, or offers to carry it over to the counter for you. And you, ma'am?
She just kind of leans in, her eyes narrowed. Do you have any history books about Tensor and the guy who trained him?
Oh, I'm afraid not. This is simply supply shop, ma'am.
Oh.
I do apologize.
Well, you're boring.
Oh.
Nice.
And I'll kind of like fist bump Callie.
Yeah,
like
she's
when he
laughing,
turns
like,
away, I'll just like.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate your help. Thank you.
Kind of nods reluctantly at Kaylin. Will this be all then? Shall I ring you up?
It's all for me. Yes.
You, sir?
Yes, thank you very much.
Well, yes, of course. And you get that. You can take it all out of your loot, your inventory tabs, and you can add it to your inventory. I think you click that little edit button at the bottom right, little brown circle with like a pencil, white pencil in it. You can hit the green plus sign to add an item in your inventory. Of course, you can just type out like journal, 50 page, 100 page, or whatever you want. For basics like that, anyway. All right. Anything else for you three?
Nope.
When
go ahead.
that was the thing, the third thing that I wanted to look for, Dan, was books of history about Tensor. And what is the name of the guy who trained him? It's the name of the guy who we found who wrote the runes for the time
Lennox.
portal. Lennox. Mm-hmm. Okay. So she's
the
looking.
Original
she's looking
time
for,
I used it. Yeah.
Yeah. She's looking for the history of him, and then kind of sort of like what, what magic was being created around his time.
You probably won't even have to roll for that. You'll find books like that in one of the libraries here.
Well, she's going to look for that in the Runekeeper's place, because runes, Runekeeper, history of runes.
Gotcha. Okay.
It makes sense to her.
Nice. They've set up most of the shelving in there. The books are still a little sparse. They've set up the outer ring of shelving in there. They're meticulously cataloging things as they left, and now they're meticulously cataloging them as they return. So very slowly books are piling in. You don't find any.
She'll go look through piles too, just like piles of.
Nice.
Just she just wants to be by the dragon.
Awesome. All right. So otherwise, everyone's able to get a good evening's meal, a good night's rest before the morning comes back. Oh, yep. Go ahead, Mort. What do you got?
Before. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. That's the second time. Go ahead.
No, you started putting your hand up before I did, so go ahead.
Okay, let's go to the replay. Anyway, before Mort goes to bed, just before he goes to bed, he will cast several times minor illusion of animals, small animals, stuff like that, and he will study them very carefully. He's just so shaken that he's just trying to figure out if he can discern, if he can see, if he sees like a minor illusion he casts, can he pick out that it's a minor illusion and not a real thing? Just trying to look for things that can help him.
Okay.
So that's all.
Mort. What are we gonna do for you here tonight?
I'm gonna have dreams.
Nice. Let me check with Devanya. So you do that and head to bed while I consider that. And Devanya, you had something cooking?
Around midnight, she is going to let out a blood-curdling muffled scream.
Oh, okay.
Because she's having nightmares again.
Oh.
And she will try. She wakes up in a sweat and she tries to throw her whittling tools, like her knife and everything that she uses, at the wall.
Okay.
and start. When she wakes up, she screams out one of her sister's names, Sybil, and it takes her a few moments to kind of get her bearings. But I don't know if anybody will hear it or not. It's kind of a little more muffled than the first time.
Okay.
So
Well,
I don't know if you still want to make it number 10 again or something.
I'll let you bump it up if you want, since it sounds like it'd be a little more difficult, and I'll let you choose whatever you want for the DC. And I think it's just Kaylin and Mort that are on either side of you. So Kaylin and Mort can roll perception checks.
That's a 15 for Caitlin.
Okay.
Perception. Hold on to get to the right page. Ooh, dears. He's a heavy sleeper. 6 plus 1 is 7.
Yeah, Mort's like dead to the world.
Nice. So it's up to you, Devanya, if you feel that what was it, Kaylin, a 15?
15.
Yeah, I was gonna say 14, but she killed it anyway.
Nice.
Okay.
So you hear it, Kaylin. You hear the name get shouted out and clink, clank, clank against the wall.
Okay. I think probably not hearing the screaming anymore. And since she's the one that responded the night before, she'd probably just kind of lay there for a bit listening to make sure that she didn't hear anything else, like, anything alarming coming from that room, before she tried to go back to sleep.
Okay. Did she hear anything else after that, Devanya, or was that the last loud sound?
No, that's pretty much the last loud sound. But I'm not going to sleep the rest of the night.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What are we going to do here? We've got a couple things. So, Mort. You sleep right through that. At some point in the middle of the night, you hear a knock at the door. It does wake you up.
All right. I don't open the door, but I will say through the door, hello.
Hello, sir. I'm so sorry to bother you. The archivist sent me to gather you. I know it's an early hour, but there's new information. She asked me to gather the spellcasters first.
Insight check. Immediately.
Okay. You can roll an insight check with disadvantage because the door's shut. And, it's tough to tell. Oh, and you can roll it in the tower.
Oh, the tower.
Perfect. Oh, I almost missed my tower.
Hold on. All right, let me get to insight and then click on disadvantage and hit
Dan's
tower.
like a Tudor king, obsessed with towers.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, let's see. All right. It's a little tough to tell with the door. You do feel like you have sort of a good grasp of it. Though it feels like, as much as you can tell, this person seems to be earnest.
All right, so I will. Damn, I'm trying to. The archivist was that. All right.
The last thing he recalled the archivist doing was saying she was returning to Zambor to find spells and helpful things, better ways to heal the Runekeeper, mend him now that he's been reunited with his soul, and then she'd be back to do so. And that was a day and a half ago.
That's what I thought. So I'll tell the voice behind the door. One moment, I have to put on pants.
Oh, of course, sir. Of course. Oh, so my apologies.
Nice.
And I will. Let's see. Bring this up. All right, knock it off. I will cast Sending to the Archivist.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Wow.
And say, Someone is at my door claiming to represent you, saying I need to see you. Is this true?
Okay. You receive a reply. They automatically know who it's from, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she knows my voice,
okay.
so she would know.
No, I have not returned. I have no new news. I've sent no one.
I will cast sending to Kaylin, saying someone's at my door claiming to be from the Archivist, and she's lying.
Lies.
I will try to keep her here.
Kaylin's not getting any sleep tonight.
No, if I'm not, damn it, nobody else is.
Nice.
I cast Fireball through the door now. That would be stupid, right?
I mean, better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Kaylin will immediately kind of, without making too much noise, kind of slowly get out of bed and move towards the door, Dan. And try to just crack it open and see what she sees, because he should be like 2 rooms down.
Right. Make a stealth check with the door. You're pretty quiet if you slip your boots on, but the door...
Well, that's not going to go. That went out of the tray. I think there's only +1 on that. So that would be a... Oh, no, +3. So 17 total.
All right. You crack open the door, and let's see. You have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Yeah, dwarf. Okay. You look down, and you don't spot anything. Nothing in the hallway.
Can I talk back with sending?
Yeah,
no?
you can. Yes, you can reply to that message. Yes.
I'm almost ready, sir. You hear Mort.
I will just kind of like. I will slowly close it back, and just I'll leave it back and just I'll close it back. Step back away from the door.
Sorry.
And just be like, Mortimer, there's no one outside your door. I just looked. Do you need me to come over? Get out.
Sorry.
Yeah, what's one more spell? I will cast sending because I can't. You can't change. Yeah, reply to reply. Yeah. So it's 3. I'm getting back to bed anyway, so I'll get that back. And say yes. Come to the door.
Okay, I will come to the door, and seeing that it's. Do I feel anything different as I'm approaching the door, Dan? Like anything arcane or anything?
You can make an Arcana check if you want.
That is a 21 total.
Oh, nice. Nope, don't feel anything. Everything seems normal to you.
I just kind of give a quick tap on the door.
And I will open it with a whoosh, like super fast open.
Perfect. You whip the door open to see a ghastly face, like a what do you call it? Like almost like a banshee, jaw dislocated, screeching at you, hair stretching out to all sides and leaning in at you.
Anyone else imagining the library ghost from Ghostbusters?
Nice, nice. Mort, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Of course. Let's see. Skill. Oh, wisdom save. All right, hold on. Saves wisdom.
Ooh, nice. You kind of take a minute, and in that minute you blink, as your eyes open back up, it's just Kaylin. Kaylin standing there, no longer any sort of vision that you had.
Or you look like you've seen a ghost.
Banshee, more like it.
Do I look that bad?
I realize it's the middle of the night, but you're much better than a banshee.
Kalen's hair is probably like out.
Oh, I want to film that as a scene now. That's amazing. So I guess more like a banshee. Do I look that bad?
It's happening again. Jeez.
I wish I knew what was causing it.
Same here. Thank you for responding and coming.
What was the voice saying to you?
The voice said that it was a messenger saying that they had news from the archivist and they needed to talk to me. I did well, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I actually casted sending to the archivist to verify that. And she said no, that she did not send for me. So that's why I messaged you and thank you for responding and helping me out.
No problem. Just I guess try to get some sleep.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'll go bother Galithor again. I'll go. I don't want to sleep in a room by myself anymore.
Okay.
And I'll do that. I'll trundle down to Galithor's room, knock on his door, wake him up. Let's get everybody up.
Who is it?
Ding ding.
Who is it? He let you in, I imagine. Unless,
I explained to him what's going on. I'm being affected again, and I need to. I'll sleep on the floor. I don't care.
There's a number of beds in here anyway, so.
Okay, so I just want to go with the buddy system from the hair out. So, if he doesn't mind.
All right.
I'm a very sound sleeper, except for this case.
Yeah. Nice. So, Kaylin, you're heading back to bed?
Yes.
May I ask what has become of Mallow lately? Are you still keeping an eye on Mallow?
She's been here all the time.
I mean, the
Mallow's
last
like
time,
sprinkled, just like curled around.
the
your
last time that I saw
Mallow.
Mallow was at the estate. I don't remember ever saying that Mallow was coming, or that Mallow was coming with us. Surprise! Mallow is in the next room.
Nice.
It's fine.
Okay. Nice.
Would we have left Mallow with?
I imagine you probably would have brought him with you. So
or
if you're okay
left
with
him.
it, I'll just say
Left him with Brewer.
I don't know if Brewer would have felt comfortable taking care of Mallow with what he's got cooking.
There's 3 servants there as well, but yeah. I think. I mean, Rain has interacted with Mallow, so I guess I kind of just assumed that Mallow was going with, like, Rain, or I would assume Mallow was with us in some capacity, but...
Okay. You head back to your door, step through and close it, and head over to, your bed to go back to sleep. And you see Mallow. Mallow acting a little differently than normal. In that Mallow's usually pretty just chill, like napping all the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I always forget to bring them up.
How is it acting?
It looks bothered by something almost. A little almost agitated, like pacing about, nervous maybe. It looks extra tired too. It looks fatigued.
Kaylin will kind of wherever it's at, if it's on the floor or near her bed, she'll kind of get near it and just kind of run, pet it a bit. What's you know, not really expecting you to communicate back with her, but just kind of talk to it like you do with the animals.
Okay.
You know, everything okay? You're not feeling yourself?
It sort of
Poor thing.
snuggles around. I make an animal handling check, if you would.
Oh wow, this never happened. Kaylin squishes Mallow with her hand accidentally.
I will
Oh
love him
wow.
and pet.
That's a 19 total.
Oh damn! Okay. So you are very, comforting to Mallow, and trying to talk through, and you actually get not clear words in your head, but a like a telepathic notion of what it needs, as it actually will have that ability. It just doesn't really yet. You get, it's actually sort of an intense flash. You really see Mallow for the first time. You see there's sort of the lineage of these luck dragons that are genetically stored. So you kind of get a feel for what these things, how big they get, how they age, what they do, and what their needs are. And it's actually pretty revealing. While Mallow has done fine with standard food and such, Mallow's actually a bit of a symbiotic dragon. It needs to rest with a partner. It's actually kind of cool. They turn into a tattoo, a back tattoo, and rest. They need to that, sort of energy. And they are like a traveling lucky feet. Lucky if like a feat you get in D&D.
Yeah.
Okay, not lucky feet. So they house with somebody, and that individual has the lucky feet. As long as that, they're tattooed in the prison, they can be called out at any point in time to be a dragon, to help out or assist or chill or relax, send messages, whatever. But they need to have like a long rest on a person. The food itself, the standard meat and such, doesn't cut it, especially at this age. And they get huge. They become mounts for like 6 to 8 people. Depends on how big they get.
Good grief. So, and Kaylin's getting all this information
It's in this overwhelming flash.
whooshed over to her.
Yeah. It takes a minute to process it.
It's like a That's So Raven kind of, except instead of seeing the future, she
Yes.
sees like the entire history of Luck Dragon.
Yeah, like bam, 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 bam. Yeah.
So kind of zoom in on Kaylin's face, just her eyes.
because Kaylin needs something else to worry about.
Yes. I was going to say, like the Matrix, it's like, you unplug from the I know Kung Fu. I know
Nice. Yeah, plug me
I
in.
know luck dragons.
Wow, that's she'll say this. That's a lot. But okay. You can definitely rest in here. I guess that's what would be good for you.
You can feel its sigh of relief.
Here, I don't know if you need this, but here, if you're hungry at all, there's a biscuit or something. I'll just put some food on the floor, like it's like this weird hodgepodge of like biscuits and like sausages that are probably like getting a little iffy, and just be like, in case you get hungry. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna lay down. You can feel free. Okay.
You go, as you lay down, it climbs up and tries to like nudge your arm.
Okay. All right. I will just kind of lift my arm, pet it.
As you lift.
Kaylin's never had a pet before, so I don't know.
Nice.
She's just kind of like.
You lift your arm, and it reaches onto. It shifts into a tattoo in your arm and runs up your arm. It actually covers your back. It's a back tattoo that covers past the shoulders and down parts of the arm with this big winding luck dragon with a big face in the center of your back. In case you end up checking it out, but it's like...
A dragon just went into my body.
It's getting crowded in here.
For real, yeah.
Good night. She'll just try to like lay there for a bit, like eyes wide open, like
Nice.
trying to process, like.
You can feel that kind of, like a pet offers that comfort, where
Sure.
normally it's sitting on your lap or something. It's just on your back this time.
Okay, all right. She'll try to go to sleep again. So,
All right.
hoping that nothing else tries to wake her up.
Sterling Sam knocks. One more thing, Caitlin. I've got you now. Yeah. All right, and with all the craziness going on and a boatload of things before us, that's where we'll end our 100th session
Wow.
of Stormfall. Awesome.
Good job,
Wow.
Dan.
Yeah, good job, you all. Yes. And chat, most certainly. Thank you. How exciting. I don't even know what to say. 100 episodes. It's so phenomenal.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, players. As always, amazing. Thank you, chat, for being here. Remember, send me the info so I can send out your goodies. And I'm sure we'll have other things to do, giveaways with these other dice here in the future, but we got all our big giveaways out, which is exciting.
Yep.
And let's see. Yeah. Okay. I got caught up in chat. Stop. Nice. So I hope you'll have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for being here and supporting us. And of course, again, players, amazing. Thank you for staying a little bit late here tonight, too. Sorry, as usual. Yeah, so join us here every Friday night. As we've established over the past 2.5 years. Almost every Friday night. For Stormfall. This beautiful, wonderful campaign every Friday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Every Sunday, we have the Obsidian Scar, which is like an exploratory... what's the other thing we're using to describe it?
Book club?
Yes,
Well,
book
it's
club.
a book. It's becoming a book club.
With like paranoid...
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theory.
Yes, thank you. We have that. Then we have every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, our All Evil campaign, Cures Lament. And Steph, since we have everyone here, would you like to say anything about any other upcoming content we might have?
Oh, is that my cue?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you who haven't seen me say this in the other 2 streams, I starting January the 20th on a Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. We are starting a new campaign here on Madbird Streams called The Forsaken, which I am DMing. We have 7 players so far, and 7 players, and yeah. So clear out your schedules if you can for Monday starting January the 20th at 10 p.m. Eastern time, and going to, like this one does, 1 a.m. ish Eastern time. For The Forsaken, it's a campaign kind of with set in the land of flying cities and kind of like hidden societies, band magic. Yeah, so it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited. So
Yes, all the excite. I'm so bad at typing. Okay, have a wonderful...
and yeah, to add in, Dan's gonna be in the campaign.
Yes.
Frank's going to be in the campaign, and Melissa's going to be in the campaigin. So we have 3 of our Stormfall folks that's going to be in this, as well as myself.
Look forward to it. It's going to be fun. Woo. All right. Well, happy 100, everybody.
Here's to the next 100.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Awesome. I can't wait.
If we survive, yay!
We'll be on our 5th characters by then.
Right, yeah. Remember your grandparents, Caitlin and so-and-so? Yeah. Awesome. Well, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.